Welcome to hour number 2 on a Buffalo Victory Monday. Chris Brown, Steve Tasker with you, and joined in studio now by Bills team reporter Maddy Glab for what else? The Maddy Awards, which are presented by Energy Mart, the official energy supplier to the Buffalo Bills. Have fun coming up with enough awards for everybody, Maddy, and this one, holy mackerel.
It was so fun. 2 weeks in a row, we're doing the Maddy Awards. It was a snowy victory yesterday at Highmark Stadium. It felt like a snow globe in there, and the Bills they play better when the snow's falling out of the sky.
Well, seems that way.
I was having like 2023 playoff flashbacks with the Bengals coming in the snow, but
I put a moratorium on that.
Yeah, it was hard.
There was going to be no discussion of
talk.
that.
Somebody got fined for bringing that up.
Yep. Mr. Eric Wood got fined for that.
That's right.
So let's
put it in the jar.
That's right.
Put your $5 bill in the jar.
So let's begin with the Mr. December Award.
Mr. December. Josh Allen owns December. When it is too cold for them, it is just right for Allen. He's 13-1 since 2022 in December games. Allen was masterful against the Bengals. He knew when to be aggressive, and he knew when to take the short gains. That aggressiveness really helped Buffalo get their victory. The 40-yard rushing touchdown to start off the fourth quarter gave Buffalo the juice that they needed, and the 3rd and 15 conversion on his legs completely ended the game. Finishes with 4 touchdowns, a 78.6 completion percentage. Allen just wakes up when the cold hits his face. He becomes the best version of himself, and it was so fun to watch him do that against the Bengals.
Yeah, this game was all over the map, and the Bills came down, and you thought, man, oh man, Ty Johnson slipping, going in for the first touchdown, that's going to come back to haunt them. It almost did.
Not to mention the James Cook fumble, too.
Yeah, and I'll say this.
2 touchdowns they could have had.
Yeah. Just so much fun to watch. Well, it's fun because it turned out the way it did. But, man, oh, man, you went from thinking, okay, that's it. Mike Gesicki goes in. We're down 10 with half a quarter to play. We're kind of done. To up 21. Up by 11, I mean. You score 21 points, you go up by 11. It's crazy. The game was all over the joint.
All right, the Technician Award is up next.
The Technician. His teammates call him the technician. That's Christian Benford. Buffalo's corner is an absolute technician when it comes to how he feels about the game. It's how he takes his notes, it's how he practices, and it's how Benford executes on Sundays. You can see that production on the field because of how detailed he is in everything that he does. He had a pick 6 against Cincinnati in the fourth quarter. It was absolutely momentum shifting. Gave Buffalo their first lead of the game. He allows no catches on 16 matches, 2 targets against Jamar Chase, according to Next Gen Stats. Benford has been a lockdown corner going up against the best wide receivers in the NFL. And on the last month, he's been on fire. I mean, back-to-back defensive touchdowns in the last 2 weeks. Keep him on the field at all times.
More importantly, keep him blitzing. Every time he blitzes off the corner, something good happens. In the last 2 weeks, when he blitzes off the corner, he has a fumble recovery for a touchdown, a sack on Joe Burrow, and an interception for a touchdown. Keep blitzing that guy off the corner. Holy cow.
One of the reasons that's so successful, you can tell, his numbers against Jamar Chase yesterday, he held him down. He didn't give up any receptions. He did the same thing last week.
6 of the last 7 games now.
He has just locked down. So they think, okay, he's locking down there. When they send him, it's unexpected because the guy's, they think he's going to be covering their number 1 guy.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're crazy not to. But, yeah, they send him, and it comes out of the blue.
Question now is, do we think they have him follow Stephon Diggs this week? Because Diggs lines up in the slot a good amount, too.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is only in man coverage calls, which,
right.
The Bills still play an awful lot of zone defense. So it's not every snap, but curious to see what they do this week in New England. The Mismatch Mania Award.
Mismatch Mania. Buffalo's tight ends had a day against the Bengals. Their bigger bodies were perfect for the mismatches in in the Bengals defense. They came into this game as one of the worst defenses at defending tight ends, allowing 93 receiving yards per game. Well, Buffalo's tight ends go off for 11 catches, 137 receiving yards, and 2 touchdowns. Dawson Knox had his best game yet this season. 6 catches, 93 receiving yards. Dalton Kincaid was healthy. He got a touchdown in this game. When Buffalo's tight ends are healthy and on the field, good things happen for Buffalo's offense.
Yeah, it was nuts. And look, we found out after the inactives came out that Dalton Kincaid was playing in this game. Us in the radio booth were of the opinion that his reps were going to be closely monitored with hamstring and knee injury to deal with, and they were. I think he only got 20-something snaps in this game. But he did enough to help out. We thought he was going to be on the field in red zone situations. He was. But between the 20s, it was largely Dawson Knox, who had a big game. Leading receiver, 6 for 93, I think, which was the biggest production he has put up in a game, pass receiving-wise, since 2022.
Yeah,
so,
the thing that makes
good for him.
The thing that makes it so unbelievable is it was 11 catches on 13 targets to the tight ends. I mean, if you threw it, they caught it for the most part, and they had two touchdowns in that. So.
And the
huge
2-point
day
conversion,
for those.
too.
And the
2-point conversion, yeah.
So it was an enormous day for them, and they started right out. It made so much sense. In retrospect, it's like, oh, of course they're going to do that. The Bills rushed for 249 against the Steelers last week. They set a record for a visiting club in Acrisure Stadium. So you think, okay, here we go. And the Bengals come in. They're 32nd in the league against the run. So the Bills are going to pound it. It's a snowy day. First play from scrimmage, hard play action over the top to Knox, and he goes for 37. Really nice play call and setup for the Bills in that spot, and it worked perfect. But it seems obvious afterwards, but not so much.
The 180 award.
The 180, it's Buffalo's second half changes. The Bills became a different team in the second half. In the first half, they allowed the Bengals to control everything. In the second half, the Bills were thieves in the night. They took the momentum and ran away with it. 28 points scored in the second half by Buffalo. Back-to-back drives, they force an interception. One goes for a touchdown. The momentum that they grabbed in the second half really allowed Buffalo to secure this victory.
Yeah, they are now outscoring their opponents in the second half by 95 points on the season. That leads the NFL by a wide margin. The next closest team are the LA Rams. They are a plus 63 in the second half. Bills are a plus 95 in the second half this season. The Mr. Aggressive Award.
Mr. Aggressive, it's going to Bills head coach Sean McDermott. McDermott had an aggressive mindset against the Bengals. You knew going up against a Joe Burrow-led team that's a high-flying offense with 2 really talented receivers, you were going to have to take some chances in this one. They did that by going for it on 4th down. 3 of 4 on 4th down in this game. One of those came in the red zone where Josh Allen targets Khalil Shakir. It looked like there was no window at all. Allen throws the ball and goes, abracadabra, catch it, Shakir, and he does for a touchdown. Then you send those corner blitzes in the second half, and they hit. You're taking a chance when you're sending a corner on a blitz because somebody might be open that Burrow can find. Well, Benford grabs a sack, and Benford grabs a pick six when you send him on a corner blitz.
Yeah.
McDermott was aggressive. Players love that because it says, I believe in the team that I have together.
Yeah, and we heard Coach McDermott address this in the post-game press conference when he said, look, we made Cincinnati one-dimensional in the first half by shutting down the run game, but our rush and coverage were not working together in any way, shape, or form. We had to change something, and they turned to being more aggressive and sending more people to get pressure on the quarterback and speed Burrow up a little bit to help the guys on the back end. It wasn't perfect, but I think when the offense is clicking like it was yesterday, all the defense has to do is just get 3 or 4 stops. And it's enough, and they were able to do that. 2 via takeaway, which was probably the biggest surprise, I think, of anything. Because those were the first 2 interceptions ever thrown by Joe Burrow against the Bills in 3 games.
He doesn't turn it over. Yeah,
No.
It helps as well when the offense rewards McDermott's aggression. They go 3 of 4 on 4th down tries, 6 of 11 on 3rd down. So they were coming through in the clutch a lot more often than not coming through.
And Allen was aggressive on some of those fourth downs and just with his legs throughout the game, and he is clean in terms of the turnovers. No interceptions, no fumbles by Allen. He had to take some chances as well, and those chances were met with success.
Yeah, I mean, even the last second throw to Knox on 3rd and goal that Knox caught but juggled a little bit and they ruled incomplete, even that play was ridiculous. He's like right on the sideline, takes a shot as he throws it, and Knox somehow catches it in the back corner over there, and then it gets called back because they said the ball moved.
Josh also had one throwaway, I believe, in the second quarter down towards the near side tunnel end. Being that accurate and that efficient offensively, it does give your coaching staff some confidence to have you stay on the field if it's the right down and distance. I think the Bills in this game, I noticed when I rewatched it, they were in 2nd and 4 to 6 a lot in this game.
Which is good. You're in the green.
And so they're getting really positive yards on first down through the run game, and it set them up.
Final award, the best selly.
Best selling. Jordan Phillips. There is nobody better at hyping up the crowd than Jordan Phillips. Sean McDermott joked about it after the game and said, it's part of his job. We sign him back to Buffalo, and part of his job is to hype up the crowd. He was hyping up the crowd while the defense was huddling up before play. You see Jordan Phillips going like this.
Yeah, doing his,
I'm like,
doing his
my
bird
gosh.
wing thing.
How many seconds is he going to do this before he needs to go into the huddle? But it works. It gets the crowd fired up. There's no better match than Jordan Phillips and the Buffalo Bills.
And had a big batted pass
Yeah.
that resulted in the second interception on those back-to-back plays. He was the guy that knocked Joe Burrow's throw up in the air, and A.J. Epinesa camped out under it and made the interception. So wild. Absolutely wild. I'm kind of mad. I was following the ball, obviously, calling the game. What did Jordan Phillips do after he did that and saw the pick? It looks like he's celebrating over here. Like, what's he? Let me. I can't see. It's out of the camera shot.
Dang it.
He loops out of the photo.
He definitely did something. Like, I don't know what it was because I couldn't watch him, but
great. It was a great play. Smart, and it's interesting because Joe Burrow, you could tell. We talk about all the details. Jordan sticks his hand up, and it looks like he's going to pull it down to gather and jump again, but he leaves it up. So Joe was going to try and time it to miss his hand and didn't. Just right into the big old mitt.
And the Bills now, in their last 7 games, have 14 takeaways after having only 6 in their first 6 games. They have doubled their takeaway output over the last 7 weeks, and it's a big reason why they won yesterday.
Yeah.
Big reason.
Yeah, huge. That is the reason.
It's crazy that this team has gone from last year, the turnover differential that they had top 3 in takeaways.
Yeah.
They led the league. And by leading the league, I mean, they had like 10 more takeaways than any other team. There was a huge drop-off in terms of turnover differential than any other team. They did a fantastic job at taking care of the football and then taking it away. This season is completely different for Buffalo, but to be able to lock in the last month and do it in December and January football, start forcing takeaways and do a better job of taking care of the football, it's huge in these games.
Yeah, they're -2, I think, in the turnover margin so far this year.
On the year.
-1 right now.
-1, yeah. So that
because they finished a +1
they're
yesterday. Even? What were they, even yesterday?
They were +1
plus
yesterday.
+1 yesterday.
Cook's the only lost
fumble.
Yep.
That's a very different spot than they were in a year ago.
Now they just got to stop turning it over on the road.
That's
multiple giveaways on the road the last few
and they
games.
go back on the road for the next 2 weeks.
So the test will be had.
Oh, yeah.
So hopefully it works out for them in a gigundo AFC East matchup here in Week 15 up in New England in Foxborough on Sunday. So hopefully that goes well, and Maddie's sitting right where she is right now,
Fingers
a week
crossed.
from today.
Right.
We can't let it happen. We can't let them have their hats and T-shirt game at home.
Oh, yeah.
That's
yeah.
true. That's true.
That's not going to sit well. Those are the Maddy Awards presented by Energy Mark.